Well, Pasadena police sergeant who was accused by a city council member of misusing the flock camera system to check on a fellow officer has now surrendered his Texas law enforcement license as part of an agreement to avoid criminal charges, according to the Pasadena Police Department.
KPRC 2 News reporter Wilbon Belogan first broke the story of the internal investigation last month and explains why, despite giving up his Texas license, the former sergeant could still work in law enforcement outside the state.
The Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, or TCOLE, regulates law enforcement licensing across the state, from jailers to emergency telecommunications personnel. An internal investigation into a Pasadena police sergeant ended after he resigned from the department and surrendered his Texas law enforcement license. Pasadena police and state records confirm the latest developments involving former Sergeant Michael Paylots.
Surrendering a professional license is a serious accountability outcome, and that is not the same as a criminal conviction.
In a statement to KPRC2, the police department said in part the matter was resolved through an agreement requiring the individual to surrender his Texas Commission on Law Enforcement peace officer license in lieu of criminal prosecution. Last month, we were the first to report allegations made by a Pasadena City Council member that Paylots misused the flock safety camera system. To your best knowledge, why was he being investigated this year?
Using our camera system, our flock system, based on what we gathered, to track and stalk a female officer.
Howard Henderson is the founding director for Texas Southern University's Center for Justice Research.
If it was a permanent surrender, then TCOLE says that the person is permanently ineligible to hold or obtain any TCOLE issued license. In plain terms, that person cannot return to a TCOLE licensed officer in Texas.
That means Paylots can no longer serve as a licensed police officer, jailer, or other TCOLE licensed peace officer in Texas. But as Henderson explains, that doesn't automatically prevent him from seeking law enforcement employment in another state, depending on that state's licensing requirements.
So they can get jobs elsewhere outside of Texas?
Yeah, they can. If again, because TCOLE is only authorized to regulate law enforcement activity behavior in the state of Texas.
Other than his agreement to surrender his TCOLE license, we are not aware of any professional discipline imposed on Sergeant Paylots in connection with the allegations regarding the flock camera use, and he has not been charged with any crimes. I'm Wilbon Belogan, KPRC 2 News.